Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Well, if I don't say it, Happy Tuesday, then doesn't complete the circle.
Hi, what's up, guys? Nice to be here.
Hey, Nicola.
Hey. Sorry about that. I'm feeling good and busy day. So a little scrambled, but intentions are, I love hearing from every single person on this call. So it's always, my intention is just to join and listen in. Distractions, just trying to get some fundraising stuff done in the background. So working on other projects. And I'll give it to Kotabe.
GM, everyone. I'm actually the other way around. I've been kind of sick like last days and in the beginning of the week, but now I'm feeling much better. So I'm feeling like the worst is behind. My what else? What comes next? Intentions, right? My intention for this call, I want to talk a little bit about the ambassador program, a little bit about the fleet. There are a few topics, interesting topics. Also, the Spanish radio show. So yeah, very excited about this conversation. I worked on all those things a little bit last week. So yeah. I don't have I am doing a bit of the things for these topics and checking the agenda on the background. So that will be my only distraction. But it's for this call. And I'll pass it to Nicola.
Thank you. Well, I'm on the other way around, and I'm feeling good, and I'm sending in good vibes to guys sick. I have to take better care of you, Ashley. So okay. This is how I'm feeling. My intentions for the call are to have a fun time with you and sync up and provide updates and see where I can help or support. And no distractions, really. And I'm going to pass it to Armand.
Thank you, Nicola. To be honest, I couldn't sleep, so I'm feeling tired a little bit, but good. And my intentions for the call is to share about, Kotay was mentioning the ambassador program. He and I worked a little bit on that last week, so I'm excited to share about that, and also about an idea that he had to improve the workshop on the flee. That I think that's really exciting, and no distractions, only that I couldn't sleep. And I'll pass it to Miguel.
I'm just getting here, so what is the question? Okay, I'm feeling really good today. I think I start the day with a lot of energy, and my intentions are just catch up what you are doing here in the community builders call, and I'll pass it to who hasn't gone yet. Claire.
Probably me, I think. I've just joined. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I'm feeling okay today. My intention, mainly for the call, I suppose, is to begin talking about the steps for pushing out the project survey. I think it's possibly more of a comms discussion at this point, but just bringing it in here as well. Distractions. Generally a bit distracted today, but I am here and I'm present, so I think I'm the last one, probably. Corey, did you go?
Okay. I'm feeling pretty tired this morning, actually, but otherwise fine. And I'm just here to kind of sync up on things. Also interested about the ambassador program, and I'm just a little distracted by needing to make some food in the background on back-to-back meetings today. But otherwise, I'm here. Just looking at the list, I think I might actually be the last one now.
No, just like we're going to have the first four episodes, and then I would like to gather some feedback from the team. Maybe we can organize another session, so we can all tell and share our thoughts about if how it was, how can we improve, and I would love to just do that after the first four. If you want to share some feedback, of course, you're welcome to do it right away. You don't need to wait until the 4-hour lunch. Yeah, we have 3 recorded episodes. Last one was a conversation with me and Riff because Daryl from Burning Man didn't came. I don't know what happened, but the one that we recorded is just like maybe something that we can put out there if we don't have more content. But hoping to record the one with Daryl soon. Yay. Well, yesterday we got confirmed that Giveth is going to be on the this Gitcoin round, so that's really cool. And Lauren and Corey was throwing the idea of organizing a Twitter space with the projects that Giveth support, and maybe the Giveth Galaxy, and maybe someone from Gitcoin to talk about what climate or why this round was different. So yesterday I start organizing this. Kotave is going to host, and I think that is almost confirmed. I just need to really get the yes from the people that we want there, and I think it's a cool way to start our Gitcoin round this new year.
Yes. Basically, good news. Above and beyond my expectations. We are most likely going to be able to host a workshop um, at the flea. So I prepare the idea of the workshop. It's going to be a dual workshop. On the one side, we're going to be teaching impact makers how to create a project and give it. And on the other side, we're going to show investors and donors and philanthropists how to give on Giveth and get givebacks and use give power. We'll see. We'll try to make all that fit into a 160-minute workshop. And at like last 10 minutes will be great to have like an open discussion, the group discussions with all these stakeholders. It's going to be at least three of us, so Bricia, Mateo, and myself. Maybe Humberto from Urbanica will go, and most likely Maya will be there, so we'll probably have some support. And the idea is to be able to, like, everyone be on that workshop and help as much as possible. If there is some people that speak Spanish and some people that speak English, just help that no one gets behind. Then we also are going to have a talk or a panel. And the other thing that we'll have is we can use Flea's newsletter to send a quick CTA with a quick blurb. So we need to find what's the best call to action to put in front of the Flea's audience. So we are talking about these things, and we want to organize a sync call, maybe a weekly sync call, since the event is coming, and we're going to need to organize several things. And I am doing the doodle for it right now, so I'll put it there on the community building sync. So, but it will be great to know who would like to be there in organizing what are going to be, how to make the best out of the flea. So if any of you wants to, in general, be on those calls, just kind of like raise your hand or signal me. That's it. Thank you. I don't know if you have any questions.
Yeah, I have something to add to what you just said, and I think that I would love everyone's opinion about it because I think it was a great idea. So, because we were talking that this is a great opportunity to have a workshop and to be able to target to these audiences. Kotave mentioned that maybe we could organize a workshop like the one that we have been doing in the AMAs, the one that Danny Bell did, the one that that you, Ash, and Nicola did about verification, and then that it would be a great way to maybe practice beforehand and organize the workshop in one of our AMAs, giving by Kotave and Mateo and the people that's going to be there to improve and just like have something prepared before the flea. I don't know if you Kotave are still down to do that, but yeah, I wanted just to share with everyone and hear your thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the best because I don't want the first time that we do this workshop to be at the flea. So I think it will be really great to do it 1 or 2 times before and check if the agenda is too ambitious or if it's good enough and all these things.
I don't know that I have the bandwidth necessarily to join the weekly sync because of everything happening with ETH Denver, but I would like to at least be kind of kept in the loop on some things. I think that we can align a lot on both events, so I'd like to keep that in mind as we're going through things, like things that could be used in both spots. So yeah, keep me in the loop about the workshop and if there's anything else that you think we could align on.
But do you think it's a good idea to make like a workshop on our Discord and invite our audiences to like the team to be able to warm up a little bit before?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, and we can, let's look at the date. So the flea starts probably like the 23rd or something of February, or is it the next weekend?
28th to 2nd
28th.
of March.
So if we wanted to do somewhere in the last week of February, plan for it so that it's like right before, maybe at the beginning of the week or maybe at the AMA, and then that gives about a week for you guys to have before doing it. Then it's still kind of fresh. What do you think? Or do you want to try to have more time in between the practice run and the real run?
Maybe even, I mean, I was thinking even could be 2 workshops if it's not too intense. One could be like within Giveth, and for example, Humberto is have this Discord that is the Solar Guild, and is kind of like supporting a lot of projects that are fundraising on Gitco and that are for good or public goods projects. And maybe we can also go to another audience and talk about these things. So I do think that one close to the session will be great, and maybe one a few weeks before. I don't know, just an idea.
I have a quick question. Is the purpose of these workshops just to practice in advance of just to clarify, is it to practice in advance of the actual event?
Well, it's not only that, because if this workshop ends up being useful, we will probably want to replicate it. But yeah, my main interest is at the time that we do it at the flea, which is going to be an audience that we're very interested on, quite clean and effective.
Okay, so then I was asking that question because we probably want to make sure we invite at least one impact investor or someone who can play the role from that perspective to join that workshop, right? Not just having internal contributors, but we probably want to do a dry run with, someone that could ask the, types of questions that we would be expecting. I mean, maybe there is someone internally that has that, but I just think that would, that would help us prepare a lot more, is if we could have a couple people join. Do you know what I mean?
I bet Rainer would join.
Is Rainer an impact investor?
Not necessarily, but he's pretty versed in that area. But I think honestly, is it more so like the timing of how things work and flow, and less of like the questions? I think it's a great idea to invite people, but I thought it was more of like a structural question and less of like a content question. But maybe I'm wrong.
I was thinking the same, but I think it can be both. And I think Rainer is actually really good. It could represent that stakeholder really good because his experience working with both the impact investors and impact makers. So could be great.
Cool. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I would really use that time. I mean, it's good to practice the structure and everything, but like, I think it would be really useful to do a dry run with someone who's going to come in that could play the role of like having, or literally could just come in and ask the kind of questions that we would be expecting traditional impact investors probably to be asking when they see Giveth for the first time. That would help us prepare, I think. So, and it's kind of a cool opportunity, I think, to invite, there's got to be people in the Web3 space that come from the traditional impact investor sphere. Maybe it's also an opportunity to invite them to a Discord workshop with us. But yeah, if Rainer also can play that role, that's great. Just food for thought.
Yeah, and if I think of anybody else, I'll definitely let you know. That was just the first one that came to mind.
Awesome. I just shared the doodle there. So if you want to be, so the idea is to start organizing maybe a weekly sync because as the fleet comes, probably there will be more things to start preparing. And if any of you want to be supporting the efforts of organizing Giveth participation at the fleet, feel free to join the doodle. If you can make it, that would be great. If you cannot make it one week or another, that's also perfectly fine.
Okay. Oh, you added it. Okay, cool. Well, we got it double in the agenda. Sorry, I didn't see that you already added it. Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, that's great. I think this is a great opportunity for us to develop something that can, like you said, be very useful for a lot of audiences and cases like this. So I think it's great that we spend the time and make it something that's of quality. All right, so Ahmad brought this to my attention, and this, oh wait, is there any other questions or any other things that we needed to talk about Flea? I don't want to just move on if there was other questions.
Not from my side. I also like if you want to participate on the doodle, I just shared here in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Miguel, I see you in the call. Are you in on this? Is this something that you might be interested in? It's a conference that's happening in Mérida with impact investment and impact makers, and they're going to be hosting a workshop about Giveth and stuff there. I don't know if you knew that this was happening, but maybe you would be interested in getting involved. I'm not sure how far it is from where you are.
I don't know that this is gonna happen, but it's it's very cool, but it's very far. It's like the other side of Mexico. I'm in the north, and this is like south, totally south.
Ah, okay. No, that makes sense.
But it will be very cool to go.
All right, well, moving on, Ahmad brought this to my attention, and this has been, I guess, this kind of was like dug up out of the past. We started this with the Connect working group, this project nominations token log, where people can nominate projects to be outreached to and onboarded onto the platform, ones that don't already exist. And the thing that's happening now is this token log needs to be upgraded. We're like still in the beta version, so this will just sit in spin. It's not actually going to open. So I can't even tell if people have been voting on any of these projects that have been nominated, but there actually have been some projects nominated, mostly all by Kai. But maybe they're great projects, so we should consider reaching out to some of them. And also maybe we should figure out if this is something that's useful for us and we want to continue to use it and promote it, or if it's going to be archived with the Connect group stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like the idea. I think that I think that the Connect group was up to something when they say, like, I have heard it a lot of times, not only from people from the Connect group, like donors come with projects. People are not just looking at a project to donate to on a random platform. They usually already know a project that they want to support. And I think it's a great idea. Um, I am thinking about modifying my role proposal, and I want to support more on this part, like working with projects and maybe bringing more projects. Uh, what I'm doing at the flea and what I'm doing with kind of like these traditional players is a little bit going in that sense. So I will probably have the bandwidth to start reaching out to this project. Um, I don't know if before the flea though, because right now it's too many things. But I think it's a good idea.
I'd largely agree with Kotabi on that good projects bring with them their donors and they are able to effectively fundraise. I mean, in the Web 2 space anyway, how well that transfers over from Web 2 to Web 3 kind of remains to be seen. But I think it's a good initiative.
Okay, cool. Well, I think it's also valuable. I have a meeting with Vitor tomorrow about some other things, so I can talk to him about the scope of work of what it takes to upgrade it. I don't think it's too much work to bring it up to the correct version. So let's do that. And then I just also kind of wanted to check in with Jake. I know that at one point when the Connect group was around, you were kind of doing some outreach things with this, or at least if I remember correctly. And I just wanted to check in. Have you done anything with this lately or reached out to any of these projects already that we should know about?
I would have to see the updated token log, but originally when the token log was voted on and there was like a top 7 that received votes, yeah, I took those and did outreach to them, but I haven't looked at it since then.
Okay, yeah, and unfortunately I can't bring up the token log at all, so I don't know if we'll be able to even... I'll ask Vitor if we can find out what the votes were at the time that it stopped working, but I'm not sure if that's possible. Right now it's just like, does this spinning thing. So I'll see if we can get that information. If not, these are all the projects here. It looks like, Kai put in most of them, so I assume a lot of them are in Europe, but none of them look familiar. Extinction Rebellion I've heard of. I remember talking about
I did
it.
outreach to that one, so I know that one from before, but a couple of them, most of them don't look familiar.
Do you think that I could send this link over to you and you could make comments on the issues of the ones that you know for sure you've already outreached to?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we can kind of pick up on any gaps there. I think we can still just start reaching out to some of them, even if they're not number 1 on the token log at the moment. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for that. Does anybody else have anything they wanted to add? Okay. Well, next thing on the list is we did this really fun trivia at the AMA last week, and it was kind of a hit. People had a lot of fun. So I think we want to try to do it again. I've been talking with Almond. We're still working out logistics. I don't know how often we can do it, if we want to give prizes or, kind of what the situation's going to be or how it will work out. this time the prizes were like enough nice tokens to buy a piece of swag. One was like you could get a big swag, and the other one was like enough to get a little swag. But honestly, I think even if we incentivized with nice tokens and people only got like 5 nice tokens, then they would keep coming back to trivia, and eventually they'd play enough times or win enough times that they could get something from the swag store. I think this is one option, but also I think we could come up with some more creative kind of like prizes that don't necessarily put us at a financial loss as an organization. So I'm kind of thinking about that, if anybody has ideas of things that we could offer that wouldn't set us back as prizes for trivia. And then maybe like doing some more focused ones, because the other thing is like these questions, right? We can't use the same questions every time, that gets boring. So finding like maybe we do like a give power trivia and we go a little deeper into the give power, or we do like a just like more themes around Giveth things rather than just Giveth as a whole. So these are kind of the things that came out of that. I just wanted to bring it up here. It's something fun. I don't know that we have to be like serious about it, but it's always something that, if we don't have anything to do at the AMA, or it's always nice just to have something light to connect around. And I think it's great because what I did realize is that people might not have known that they had questions when they came to the AMA, but after a few of the trivia questions go by, then they're like, wait, actually, what is the Give Garden? Can you tell me more about that, or something? So it's actually like helping people get questions answered that maybe they didn't know that they had at the AMA. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think it was awesome. I just want to give my feedback because I was there and I won it. But it was really great for me, even as a contributor, to go over these questions and test my knowledge around it. And also, I noticed how it sparked people's, all the participants, and then the questions they were asking and their feedback, their immediate feedback in the game, and about like how they actually learned things they didn't know. I think it's really cool, fun way to like engage more people in a community, but also for contributors to just like keep refreshed, knowledge of like all these important things that actually we do. I think it was really cool. So that's my feedback. Thanks for doing this.
I think that it would be great as a next step to define the frequency. If maybe we want to have one trivia every 2 months, or maybe I think that maybe 2 months would be nice, or every month, even if we feel like with the capacity. And then I don't know if this you may know better, but if this is something that we should take to governance, as it would be giving prizes, meaning tokens or nice. I don't know if this is something that we should post on the forum, just to get some signal about like which prizes are we good, like can we actually give to the community. But yeah, I don't know if the forum or governance call.
I thought cool idea that Lauren had the other day was that poll on Twitter about like why people come to Giveth. So that could always be one too. Just go to the people and ask what they would be most excited about in terms of a trivia award. Could be an idea as well.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think you're right, Alman. Let's try to define the frequency and maybe clarify some things some more, and we can write a forum post about that and then bring it to the governance call, since it will probably have, I don't know. I would like to find something that doesn't have to have a funding request, but let's see what we can work with. Is there any other questions around trivia or any other ideas that want to be added that I should add? Okay. All right, ambassador program. Let's get some updates. What did you guys come up with when you had a sync?
Yes, so it was actually kind of like an informal thing. We were talking with Miguel about the Sea of Hearts collaboration that's coming in the agenda, but then just Kotabe and I were talking about the ambassador program, and Kotabe made this draft of the proposal that we can use to start the Giveth ambassador program. So this is just like a first approach that we need to bring up in with the community and like to be reviewed by everyone. But it's just an approach for what would be the objectives, what would be the tools for the program, and kind of like a step by step for this to happen. For the people that may not know about this project, this is something that we were figuring and thinking about last year with the tools that we have in Giveth, with the praise, with all the knowledge that is in the DAO. We were thinking that having an ambassador program will be a great way to expand our galaxy of projects and also to onboard people that want to learn Web3 to the ecosystem. So just taking advantage of the tools that are already there. And then there is the research, if you want to check it out, of other ambassadors programs that are out there. That was the base for these to Kotabe to create a first approach of how the ambassador program could look like at Giveth. And I don't know if you want to add something, Kotabe. I see you unmuted, but I don't know if it's only me, but I can't hear you. Oh, he left.
Okay. Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I would like to add that what we drafted, it is like very comprehensive and very like it's large and ambitious, and I don't think that it should all be displayed one. Maybe it's just a few ideas of things that we can do. Some of those things are already released. Other things are some ideas for the future that will happen. We are basically trying to collect all ideas that can be good, and then we'll see in which order do we start launching them, display them. So feel free to add some feedback. Check out the research on the ambassador programs that mostly Almond did. I just added one program, but that one ambassador program that I added is from the Climate Collage, and I think it's an incredible example. It's an organization that started in an academic circle in France. It's the last one, actually. And they started in 2018, and they did like, that's the one. They started in 2018, and by 2022, they already had like 34,000 facilitators because it's an educational workshop. And they have like people that have been trained, it's 775,000. They grow like 2x every 5 months. They have national coordinators, and I think that the audience that they capture is pretty much the same one that we have. And I know the lead of the chapter in Mexico. I actually did I am one of those 34,000 facilitators. So I think it will be really good to learn of what they're doing, and for Almond and for anyone that wants to be involved into this. I already asked her if she would like to, if she will share some of the key things of what Climate Collage is doing and what's making it so successful. And she said she will be happy to join us and talk a little bit about their ambassador program. So just wanted to leave that there.
Wow, that sounds great. How about we have like a hack session or brainstorming session where we talk about this and maybe people can review the document. She could maybe come and share some of her insights, and then we can move into like creating a more formal forum post. Does that sound good?
That would be great if we can have her and her input in our hacking session. I think that would be amazing for us to listen to someone more experienced about an ambassador program. So I don't know, Kotave, if maybe I can help you organize with her so we can just like jump in and have this session to then, yeah, as Ashley was saying, just draft something more with more meat to post on the forum post.
Yeah, let's.
So, what's the best way to get her availability? Maybe we make a doodle and share it with her?
I think that will be great. That will be good.
Okay, who wants to make it?
I can do it.
And can you tell me her name again?
Lucille.
That's really cool. And those numbers are actually very impressive. It's like an army of minions.
I have seen it grow in Mexico, and it's crazy. They organize a meetup every month, and I was in the first meetups like 1 year ago, and they are so big right now. It's incredible, and the people that are there, it's the same people in Giveth. I was telling Almond how we can actually use it as, I don't know, like in my mind, I imagine vine growing in a tree branch. Like they already have permeated into the communities and people that I think that fits with Giveth, and we could use it because I was talking about Giveth with these people on December, and they were very interested on it. And I think it's just the same audience.
Cool. All right, well, keep us posted and send us the doodle link whenever it's created so that we can participate. And I think it would be good to share it outside of this call too. So maybe in the community call, if you could have it ready by the community call on Thursday, I can let people know that if they want to participate, that would be the call to join.
Cool, yeah, I'll have it by Thursday.
Perfect. All right, we've only got about 15 minutes left, so I want to pick up the pace here. Sorry. Let's get towards the Give Power workshop. I just wanted to check in. So this is confirmed for the 25th, yes?
Yes, that's confirmed. And I drafted an invitation and I would love actually if you can help me review it. I make an issue for that. But I would really love for this to sound attractive to the Give Power users that are using Give Power right now. So 1 second, I will share it into the chat. And Corey, my idea is just to have this invitation ready to then draft some tweets, and also to make a text that I can share with everyone in the team, and then something easy for you to share with other people that you think that might be interested in joining the Give Power workshop. For some context, this is a workshop that we're organizing for people that is already using Give Power. For them to get feedback, as you may know, the last one that we had, it was only the Giveth contributors. So this one, we really want to have some Give Power users out there. So we really need your help to make this happen. I put the link of the invitation in the chat.
Okay, and that's the invitation that will be like an email sent out, right? Or it's...
Exactly. So with the list that you send me, the one that you share with me with the emails of the Give Power users, and honestly, I was just reviewing that list, and there's a lot of Giveth contributors too. But well, it's fine. There's also a lot of people that's not in Giveth. But yeah, we were going to send this email to that user base that Mohammed provided.
Okay, and this will go through autopilot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then do we want to make an Eventbrite or like some way that people can register so that we can get an idea beforehand how many people plan to come or who plans to come?
Yeah, I think that actually that would be the next step. If Corey or you, Ash, hopefully Lauren, can just review this text. So this can be the same text that I just put in the Eventbrite invitation or the dandelion or whatever we decide. That would be awesome just for us to have like one text to copy paste.
Yeah, I can definitely take a look at it soon. After this call or after Com's call. All right. So I think that's everything for the Give Power workshop. Am I missing anything?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if Corey, do you have something? I know that you tagged me in one of the issues regarding this, but I don't know if you have something that I'm missing.
I tagged you in an issue regarding this.
No, it was only that you tagged me for me to update an issue regarding Give Power workshop happening on the 25th.
Yeah, it was probably just because we were missing an update since like a month or something, just to make sure we knew the date. I think that's what it was, because it was just saying early Jan. So now the date is the 25th, right? And I think, no, that's fine. This is I agree, like we should really think about how to get people in it. I don't think tweeting will create that result just on its own, So I like the idea about personal outreach. Like I would double down on that. Like personal invitations, the email invitations for sure, since those are our existing donors. And then the tweeting will be like an FYI, but I'm not sure that will generate like participation. So yeah, this looks good.
Great. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I would really love to share with you all this text for you to send to the people that you might think it would be interested in joining.